Everyone tells you to go to Magens Bay when your ship docks in St. Thomas. But is it really the best beach? Today, we're heading to Coki Beach instead. Let's see why it might actually be the better choice. Let's go. Hi fellow travelers, it's Ken here and welcome back to my channel, Ken Travels 360. We're currently on board Allure of the Seas, and after 2 sea days, we've finally arrived at our first port, St. Thomas in the US Virgin Islands. The ship is just docking right now. Last time we were here, 3 years ago on Symphony of the Seas, we did the tourist classics. We took the sky ride, we saw the views from Paradise Point. So this time, we decided to have a beach day instead. Well, we just come back from Windjammer, from breakfast. While we were there was a really sharp downpour and it was followed by the most beautiful rainbow. Anyway, we're back in our cabin. We're gonna get ready and gonna go outside. Looks like lots of people are already out, you see. So a lot of people automatically go to Magens Bay here. It's heart-shaped, it's world famous, but it's also packed with thousands of your fellow cruisers, and it can be a bit of a tourist trap. So instead, we're heading to Coki Beach. It's free to access, well known for snorkeling straight off the beach, and it has much more of a local feel. So let's go see what it's really like. Well, we've just got out of the ship. Now, it should be quite straightforward to get to Coki Beach. I read that there are shared taxis to go there. There are lots of people queuing around, but they are waiting for the shore excursion. For us, we'll just get straight out. Hey, welcome to St. Thomas. Yay. Welcome. So the ride to Coki Beach from the ship takes about 20 to 25 minutes and expect to pay $15 per person each way. In St. Thomas, the taxi are an experience in themselves. They use these open-air safari trucks.
Soon after leaving the port, we hit a quick tropical downpour. Proper heavy rain, but we're inside the taxi, so it's actually quite cozy watching it come down. By the time we pass through Charlotte Amalie, it's already easing off, although we do get a bit of rain on and off along the way. From here, things start to change. The road begins to climb, the buildings thin out, and we're driving through these really green parts of the island. And then every now and again, we catch a glimpse of that water in the distance. That's when you know you're getting close.
Right, we just arrived at Coki Beach. That taxi ride actually took a bit longer than expected. But anyway, finally, here we are in Coki Beach. Well, Coki Beach is a lively beach right on the northeastern side of the island, just next to the Coral World Ocean Park. Unlike Magens Bay, which has an admission fee of $7, Coki is actually free admission, so you can just walk down from the taxi stand and straight onto the sand. Well, as expected, there are vendors right here at the entrance trying to offer chairs and umbrellas. We prefer to use the beach towels and lay on the sand. But if you want one, the chair should be about $10 to $15 and umbrellas are another $10. Right away, you can see this place has a completely different vibe from the more tranquil beaches. There's vendors selling food and drinks. And people are already heading into the water to snorkel. This is one of the few beaches here where you can walk straight into the really good snorkeling without needing a boat. But Coki Beach is a favorite for a reason. It's got soft white sand, calm turquoise water, and lots of activity right from the shoreline. The beach itself isn't huge, it's way more compact than places like Magens Bay, but that's part of the charm. Well, restrooms and basic rinse-off showers are also available here, usually maintained by nearby vendors. So whether you want to chill in the shade, swim and snorkel, or just snack and drink, everything you need is basically here on the sand. Okay, it's time to go snorkeling. The water is a little bit cold. Wow, there's so many fish down there. There were quite a few people around who bought what they call dog's biscuit from the vendors. And as a result, the fish all raced to them. And so there were so many of them. That's not really good for them, although it's quite spectacular. Right, let's do a bit more snorkeling.
As you can see, one of the big reasons people come here is the snorkeling. The reef is very close to shore, and the water is typically clear and calm. You don't need to swim far before you start seeing fish and coral formations. You will see schools of colorful fish right in the shallow water. After a good swim, if you fancy something to eat or drink, you've got plenty of options right here on the beach. There are food vendors serving local dishes along with cold drinks and cocktails.
If you're visiting here on a cruise day, this beach does get busy very quickly as the morning goes on, especially when multiple ships are in port. So if you'd like a bit more space, try to arrive here as early as possible. Also, because this beach is next to the Coral World Ocean Park, you'll see families, locals and visitors all sharing the same space. If you're enjoying this video so far, put that like button. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future destination guides like these. Have you been to St. Thomas before? Which is your favorite beach on this island? Coki Beach, Magens Bay, or perhaps another beach in St. Thomas? Share your experience with others and leave a comment below. Well, for a DIY beach day from the cruise port where you want easy snorkeling, local food, and a lively atmosphere, I think Coki Beach is an excellent choice. It's not the quietest beach and it's a little smaller than some of the big name spots. But the energy here, the local flavor, and that easy access right off the sand makes this a fun, memorable day on St. Thomas. Alright, we're on the way back to the cruise ship. We enjoyed the snorkeling. We saw schools of colorful fish right in the shallow water. The beach did get really busy by the time we were about to leave. It was around noon.
By the way, we got lucky with our return transfer. We've got the whole taxi to ourselves. As we pass through Charlotte Amalie, it's a good reminder that there's actually quite a lot you can do here in St. Thomas, depending on what kind of day you're after. If you're not really a beach person and prefer a bit more sightseeing instead, then check out this video next, where I show you how we explore St. Thomas on our own. I'll see you over there. Happy cruising!